In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 10 must-have cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team, just so you guys can get an updated top 10 of the top 10 cards that I do think are must-haves. Now, there is a lot more than just 10 cards that are obviously worth having and cards that I do think are must-have. There's probably 20 to 25 cards, but these are just me narrowing down to the top 10 and just also including some newer cards as well that I do think are must-haves. But there's going to be must-have budget cards in this top 10. There's going to be must-have mid-tier card prices, and then also the must-have expensive cards in this game. But one of the cards I want to talk about first, and also this is not a ranking necessarily in order, not saying Luol Deng is number 1 or number 10 on this ranking, but I do think Luol Deng is probably one of the most must-have cards in this game. He is genuinely so good at small forward. The only gripe with this card, my only concern, not concern, sorry, but my only thing I wish he could improve on is the fact that he could play shooting guard. If this card could play shooting guard, he's probably better than Dark Matter Kawhi. He's on that same level as like 100 overall Carmelo Anthony. Yes, he's not a T-Mac, he's not a Dr. J or a Kevin Durant, but he's the next best shooting guard in this game if he was able to play the shooting guard position. Because take a look at this card: 6'9" small forward, 7-foot wingspan, amazing defender across the board. Like, he would be one of the best defensive shooting guards in this entire game, and he's one of the best defensive small forwards, but there's usually more locks at the small forward position and cards that are just really good defensively compared to shooting guard. But then where they did this card amazing is when you go to the animation screen. They gave him the Donovan Mitchell base, Oscar upper on very quick timing, which is a great jump shot. He's also got the KD fade. He's got amazing dribble sigs, including the Kemba Walker escape, the Garland behind the back, the Fox size up, and the Fox dribble style, with also the best motion style for defense, at least for like on the perimeter and moving their feet and just playing elite level defense, is the Kawhi Leonard motion style. I mean, it helps Kawhi out a ton. I think it makes Kawhi really good defensively, or at least is one of the big reasons why Kawhi's like a better defender than every other card in this game, is because of his motion style. And Luol Deng is not that pricey. He's like 250k on Xbox, and you can realistically get him for cheaper depending when you're looking on the auction house. He's an amazing card, and I do think right now is probably the most like must-have card right now in my team. But another card I wanted to talk about from this new Pantheon set is Dark Matter Alex R. I think for his price of like 250 to 300k, again, just really depends when you're checking the auction house, but he's a really good power forward, man. 7'1" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. This is a very similar card to Dark Matter Chet, and I think either way, you know, both of these cards are really good and you can't really go wrong. The one thing I do like about Alex Sar is just the fact that he does have a little bit more strength. He does have a little bit better of a, you know, a little bit wider of a player model. He weighs a little bit more, so I think defensively he's slightly better just because of that reason. Stats and badges wise, these cards are very similar. I just also prefer Alex Sar's jump shot a tad bit more. I think he's got a tad bit better fade. I also do like his sigs a little bit more as well. Having the Kyrie escape, the Lonzo Ball size up, and the Russell Westbrook dribble style makes this card just slightly better. I don't think Alex Sar is a much better card than Chet, but I do think he's around the same price, maybe a tad bit cheaper, and I think he's better than a card like Dark Matter Chet. I think he's on the same level as like a D-Rob at power forward, maybe on that same level as like a Kareem at the power forward position because of his jump shot, a really good defender, and I think he's better than those power forwards like Jaren Jackson Jr., Hakeem, Embiid, you know, those type of power forwards. I do think he's better than, and I think he's one of the most must-have cards in this game if you're looking for a top tier power forward. But another card from the Pantheon set that I do think is definitely a must-have for like a mid-tier price. He might be a little bit more expensive than mid-tier. He's probably around like 80,000 MT, 90,000 MT, depending when you guys are watching this video. I think right now in Xbox he's 80k, but potentially might go down once you guys are seeing this video because I am recording it late Friday night. So I think Miles Turner is really good for that price. If you're looking for a budget-ish power forward, like not a budget card, but if you're looking for a power forward that can compete against the top tier power forwards for not too expensive, I think Miles Turner is a really good pickup. 6'11" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. This is a card that I think I might try to buy on the no money spent. I think he's so good defensively. 98 block, 94 steal, 92 perimeter, 97 interior defense. He just is amazing on the defensive side of the floor. He has a very quick jump shot. He's got decent enough dribble sigs, and he also just plays extremely well in game. He gets good defensive animations, he hits threes, he gets really good standing dunk animations. Just overall, I think Miles Turner is an elite power forward card. And then to talk about the last card from the Pantheon set, kind of just wanted to include them all together because obviously it's the newest set, but I do think Delano, dude, I cannot pronounce this guy's first name. Delano Banton, and he played for the Raptors, and I'm a Raptors fan, man. Like, I used to love this guy on the Raptors. I think his first career points ever, I was watching it with my friends, and And I think he hit a half-court shot as his first career points, but I could be wrong on that. But I do remember something like that, or it was like a full-court shot, or it was a buzzer beater, something along those lines. I just cannot pronounce his first name, but he is really good. 6'8" point guard, 6'10" wingspan as a diamond card who actually has like good stats, like 95 speed, 92 agility is really good to have on a 6'8" point guard. And this jump shot, guys, holy man, it is such a great release. I was not expecting him to have this good of a jump shot. Maybe the dribble sigs could be better, 1000%. Maybe the stats and badges could be better, because you got to remember he's only a diamond card. But for like 5,000 MT, even 10k, depending what he's going for, I mean, he is so good for that price. And I think for that price tag is a must-have point guard. But now to talk about an expensive card here that I do think is still a must-have card, and that is Dark Matter Beasley. Luol Deng, you know, maybe kind of similar to Beasley in the sense of like how good they are, but Michael Beasley's on a different level, dude. He's on a different level at the small forward position. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. He can play good defense, but like this card offensively, it's just ridiculous. Like, he is a small forward card that can compete with the invincible Giannis, the Kevin Durant's of the world. You know, after KD, after Giannis, he's probably the next best small forward currently in my team, and Kevin Durant is pretty much just a shooting guard. So he's basically the second best small forward. His jump shot is elite now that it's on very quick timing. Yes, he's expensive. He's 500k plus, probably 600k by now. He's a really good card though. He's definitely worth that price if you guys are looking for a top tier small forward. Next card though, I always got to recommend Pink Diamond Wemby. I just got his Galaxy Opal on the no money spent, very luckily, and I can say the Galaxy Opal is much better. But for like 100,000 MT, you guys will see how much I sold my badged up Wemby. I think at 26 Hall of Fame badges. You guys will see how much that one sold for. But I can tell you right now, a non-badged up Wemby, which you probably do want to buy one badged up. Like, mine had 26 Hall of Fame badges. It had like all the defensive ones he needed. It had like Limitless, it had Deadeye, it had Shifty Shooter. I think it had a couple playmaking, a couple more finishing badges as well. You know, it's super helpful to have a badged up Wemby. So if you guys can get that, I do think it's worth it if you want Pink Diamond Wemby. And also if you run a coach, right? Run a coach that gives +5 or plus whatever to speed. Run a takeover like Satellite that gives +7 to speed. So if he gets takeover and you have a coach boost, you can get this Pink Diamond Wemby up into pretty much the like low 90s. Like, you're gonna get, for example, +5 from a coach or +4 from a coach, and then, you know, so that's going to put you basically to the same as the Galaxy Opal as the base speed. But then if you have takeover on this card, you're playing really good with him, you're able to get takeover very easily. Now you're looking into like the mid 90s speed, or at least low 90s speed. So yes, you're not gonna have takeover the entire game, but I'm just saying there's ways to work around this card having that low speed. But he's still got an uncontestable jump shot. He is amazing for his price. I mean, a base one's probably like 120k, but again, you can get a badged up one for like 150k. Not trying to spoil my no money spent episode, but mine might have sold it for around that price tag, and I think you can get one for that price as well. But Wemby I still think is a must-have card. Next card here, there was going to be Galaxy Opal Dino, just a must-have power forward for like honestly a budget tier. He's down to like 41k. He's basically a budget card. Yes, he's a little bit more expensive for a budget card, but he's so good at the power forward position, kind of on that same level as a Galaxy Opal Miles Turner. Another must-have card for his price. If you guys need a point guard and you're not willing to dish out lots of MT to go get like the best point guards in this game, go get yourself Dark Matter Monty Ginobili. He is unbelievable. 6'6" point guard, 6'9" wingspan. Like, what can this card not do? He can defend at a decently high level. He can slash to the basket. He's got amazing playmaking stats, amazing offensive stats across the board, elite Hall of Fame badges, everything you'll pretty much need on a point guard. And then jump shot wise, really good jump shot, Pro 2 fade, Devin Booker dribble style, tray escape, tray size up, and aim behind the back. Ridiculously good offensive card. He's tall, he plays good defense, he gets great animations. I mean, sure, he's not the best point guard in my team, but for his price of like 150k and below, you're not going to find much better value at the point guard position. Next must-have card though is Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels. Just to give you guys two quick budget must-have cards here to kind of round out the video. Dyson Daniels, so good defensively, 6'7" point guard, 6'11" wingspan. I mean, 99 steal. You guys know about Pink Diamond Dyson. And then the last card is Pink Diamond Dr. J, another just, you know, staple in the budget cards. I mean, he's just so good offensively. He still has a great jump shot. I know we just got his invincible card today. Yes, that invincible is like 20 million times better than his Pink Diamond, but his Pink Diamond is still really good. And again, for that budget price tag, he is 1000% worth it. So in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 10 must-have cards in the game. Let me know in the comment section down below some other must-have cards you guys would include, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.